Danamora's Andrew Bordeaux. That's the field. 8 cars take the green flag as we kick off another Saturday night of short track racing action in the Big A. Mueller's going 3 wide into turn number 2. Had to get on the binders as Cody Aubin 7 pushed up the racetrack, and Mueller had to hit the brakes. He's working the rim again, trying to get around the outside of Vince Quenneville. Quenneville comes back after him on the outside, on the inside rather, through turn number 4.
Out front, it is Jason Durgan in the number 17. Cody Aubin runs in second. Vince Quenneville holding off that third spot right now. Here comes Jesse Mueller again. Mueller going to try the top, now diamond the turn and try to dive down to the inside of Quenneville. As last lap, Quenneville pushed up the racetrack towards the third 4 wall. Senior Speed, Speedy Brissett holds the 5 spot down on the inside. It's Andy Haywood in the 29X, who typically runs at 358. He is running Nick Haywood's backup car, and he runs right now outside in 6th position. Out front, it is still Jason Durgan showing the way.
Jason Durgan with a 12-car length advantage at the line over Cody Aubin. Vince Quenneville has his hands full. The 19 of Mueller looks down to the inside. Here he comes off turn number 2. Mueller on the inside, Quenneville on the outside, wheel to wheel into the third turn. As Andy Haywood makes a move, trying to get to the outside of Speedy Brissett in the 0-3. We're halfway in qualifier number 1. Mueller was able to get past the 78 of Quenneville. He goes to the 3rd spot. The best battle on the racetrack right now is for 5th. Speedy Brissett down on the inside. Andy Haywood on the outside. He draws even going to turn number 4. Takes it up to the wall, down the front stretch to the line. It's Haywood at the line for 5th.
Jason Bruno has taken the 66 back to the garage area. Problems on Jason Bruno's 66. He is in the pits. It's still Durgan showing the way. Cody Aubin in second. Vince Quenneville trying to come back to get third away from Jesse Mueller, but Mueller looks strong with 2 to go. It's now Andy Haywood who's worked his way around on the outside. He runs in 5th. It's Speedy Brissett 6th, and the Danamora Dance Andrew Bordeaux is 7th. That's how they run right now, taking the white flag.
If you finish in the top 5, you'll have a chance in the redraw to start on point. So 5th is the place you'll want to be in to have a chance to start up front. Right now, Andy Haywood has that 5th spot. He's pulled away by a couple of car lengths from Speedy Brissett. All right, here comes your winner. The first qualifier is off at turn number 4. It's Jason Durgan. On board the Valley View Firewood 17. Second is Cody Aubin. Third will be the 19 of Jesse Mueller. Finishing in 4th is Vince Quenneville in the 78. And working a slow pace around the track, the Airborne pace truck has pulled into the infield as they are set to work off of turn number 4. Coming along the front stretch, and the green flag is out. Lamberton from the outside of row number 1 steams off to turn number 2 up towards the top of the racetrack. Chris Fenner trying to hang with him. He was pretty good through 1 and 2, but Lamberton was really able to do a much better job getting off of the second turn, and here comes Leon Gagno. Gagno's going to go around the outside of the 93 as well. He shoots to the second spot. Gagno has a hole down to the inside of Mark Lamberton. Lamberton is able to power away off the second turn. Gagno's in that second position. Running in third is Chris Fenner. Right behind him, stalking in the 69, that is Travis Bruno. Bruno trying to look down low to the inside. Boy, that 93 was bad loose, and he was pointed right towards the end of the wall along the front stretch over there at turn number 4 before he was able to get control of that number 93 machine. Bruno, again, he appeared to be fighting the handle on that car off of turn number 2. So Bruno runs to the 3rd spot right in front of Fenner. Here comes Jason Chris.
Remember, the position to watch is position number 5. That's the bubble spot. If you get in the top 5, you have a chance at the redraw. Ronnie Proctor in the 27 is trying to work his way underneath the 6 of Tyson Drown, but Proctor hasn't been able to find any room on the inside. This time by, they're halfway for the leader, Mark Lamberton. Ron Proctor in that 27 is a guy that runs regularly over at Devil's Bowl. Has picked up a couple of wins this season at Devil's Bowl. And is a strong runner. He right now runs in the back of the pack, and he is just looking to get up to the 5th position. Will make his way into the redraw.
Yeah, he's fouled up. He really hasn't had any place to go. He's got Tyson Drown down on the inside in front of him. Chris Fenner on the outside. That is the battle for 5th. That is the best race. Well, a couple of good races now going on for position. Jason Chris trying to get to the inside of Travis Bruno to grab the 3rd spot. He's got pretty good leverage coming off of turn 4. He's got 3rd. Jason Chris goes to the 3rd spot. 4th is now Travis Bruno. The battle for 5th is still wheel to wheel all the way around the racetrack. Proctor wants in on it as well in that yellow number 27. Tyson Drown grabbing the 5th spot with a white flag out. 1 lap to go. No question out front. Mark Lamberton's going to win it. Leon Gagno's running solid in that 2nd spot. but the best race is for 5th. That's the final position to be in to have a chance at the redraw. They're working on the back bumper of the 6th round. Both drivers want to get past. The winner is going to be the 44 of Lamberton. Gagnon is 2nd. Here comes the battle for 5th off of turn number 4. Jason Chris 3rd. Travis Brewer 4th, and Tyson Brown hangs on, fire number 3. Jamie LaFountain in the 20. Rico Hernandez in the 98. Roll the field into turn number 4. They're on the front stretch. The green flag is out. Jamie LaFountain on the inside with a good start. Here's Nick Haywood looking 3 wide around the outside. Brian McGinley down. Oh boy, McGinley really bounced up the racetrack there. 3 wide behind him. Mike Wells got boxed behind the 35. They're still boxed up headed to turn number 3. Scarborough had to get a little binders. Meanwhile, Nick Haywood's already gone to the 2nd spot. Wheel-to-wheel racing off of turn number 4. It's Jamie LaFountain out front. Nick Haywood runs in 2nd. 3rd is Rico Hernandez. There goes Wells by on the outside. He gets around Brian McGinley, who's in the knuckle position right now. That 5th spot, that's where McGinley is. He's got to try to hang on to that wheels, get around the track as quick as possible and hold off some of these other drivers who are trying to get into the top 5. Johnny Scarborough on the back bumper. Scarborough way down low. McGinley goes flying off the top of turn number 2. Tom Remington right behind. McGinley heads over towards the sign off the backstretch. It's going to bring out a red flag after the incident over in turn number 2. McGinley's car in turn 2 just shooting up the racetrack. Remington in the 54 had no positions. Here they come into turn number 4. They'll work down the front stretch. He checks them out. There's the green flag. LaFountain on the inside, Haywood on the outside as they work through turns 1 and 2. There goes Haywood on the top of the racetrack. Down the backstretch, he surges out to the lead. The 20 of LaFountain works down low on the inside. Wheel to wheel going to turn number 4. Here they come down the front stretch. Haywood on the outside is the new race leader. Nick Haywood takes the Budweiser Warren Tire sponsored 29 to the point. He's got a 2-car length advantage over Jamie LaFountain off of turn 2 down the backstretch. And it's a gap back to Mike Wells in the 76. The 61S of Johnny Scarborough runs in 4th. Rick Doner's moved to the 5th spot. And now it's Rico Hernandez on the outside. Hernandez back to the 6th position as we're just past the halfway point in this one.
Nick Haywood real strong off the restart on top of the racetrack. That Budweiser Warren Tire number 29, typically strong when the sun is behind the clouds and the track is at a cool temperature. He is strong right now in that 29 car. Jamie LaFountain, the guy that's been having issues the last couple of weeks, that car appears to be running fairly decent for Jamie in the number 20 team. Typically we see Jamie hang with the 29 of Nick Haywood when he's at his best, but popsicle sticks are out 2 laps to go for Nick Haywood, and Jamie is not closing in on Haywood's number 9.
Haywood is serving notice to everybody else, as he will often do in this division. He is pulled away to a half backstretch advantage over Jamie LaFountain. That 20 team has a pretty darn good race car. Jamie LaFountain's a good shoe, and he is not able to hang with a 29. He's trying to find a handle on that car as he runs in the 2nd spot. No touching Nick Haywood in this 3rd and final qualifier for the Sportsman Modifieds. Haywood works into turn number 3. No heat on his shoulders as he comes off at turn number 4. It's an easy win for Nick Haywood in the 29. Finishing in 2nd will be Jamie LaFountain in the 20. 3rd goes to Mike Wells. 4th to Johnny Scarborough. In 5th it is Rick Doner. And on the outside by a couple of car lengths, finishing
6 laps the distance. Here they come. Off of turn number 4. Got to be even. Green. Flag is out, and oh boy, problems on LeVere in the 4 car. CJ LeVere with problems. Either that or he's just allowing Harold to drive by. Well, that smoke screen is certainly working for the 4 of CJ.
Right out of the Wacky Racers.
That's right.
Dick Dastardly in the 4.
And he takes that 4 car down to the inside, and even problems on the 3 of Rob Sainz. Sainz with the smoker working on the back bumper. Perhaps these drivers are just trying to take care of the bug situation for later on this evening.
More smoke on the racetrack.
Oh, look out. Somebody may be leaking some fluid. There's a 66 sideways in turns 1 and 2. Out front, it is Blaney in the 22B. Harold LeVere runs 2nd in the number 9 car. Out front, it is still Blaney in the 22B. Harold LeVere runs in 2nd in the 9X. Harold's been real strong lately. Ever since he bought that car from Kane Favreau, that thing has been on a mission to the front. We're halfway right now with Pete Blaney showing the way. They're now side by side for the 3rd spot. Rob Sainz in the 3 car. Runs down on the inside, and there comes the smoke out of the back end of the 3 once again. The 66 of Foley up on top, trying to fight back on the top of the racetrack. You see Chris LeVere in the infield out of his car trying to survey the damage or perhaps the issue on that number 4 car is we have 2 laps to go for Pete Blaney. Pete Blaney in the 22B has the top spot, but it is right now the battle for third. The 3 of Rob Sainz has it right now, and the 66 of Rob Foley running in fourth.
Of course, Harold picked up his first career win, what was it, about 3 weeks ago?
2 weeks ago. Yes, 3 weeks ago, you're right.
First win in 29 years of trying here at Airborne.
That's what it was. Oh, and perhaps Harold's car has quit. Problems on Harold, and there's 9X car. Harold is now off the top of turn 2. If your name is LeVere, you have bad luck tonight. Good thing Bobby's not here, because Bobby would bound to have something wrong with his car. Here comes the winner, Pete Blaney off the 4th turn. Second's going to go to the 66 of Robert Foley, and third will be Rob Sainz.
Last roller derby person that would go first, the jammer. So you got one car that like the jammer out front. Anyways, we got a race.
All right, here they come. 4 cars. 4-car race. Green, flag is out. Michael Wright in the number 78 car has the lead right now, but Scott Richner's right there.
Yeah.
Scott Richner, 4 cars. Scott Richner, that's no...
If a race has Richner in it in the mini modified division, it's bad news for the 3 other cars.
Yes, that's right. Well, here comes Scott Richner down on the inside. Mike Wright's hanging with him right now. Both those cars up on the front, sponsored by Bolak Excavation. And Richner right now will just follow in the 2nd spot, and he'll ride in the pocket.
Well, Mike Wright in the 78 is shown a number of real good signs of improvement. That car's been getting faster every single week, and we'll see if Richner can make a move on him.
Well, Jay LeGrave right now in the 79 car runs in 2nd. Here goes Richner as he looks down on the inside. But it is still Michael Wright down on the, up on top of the racetrack. He is showing the way. Richner down on the bottom of the number 81 car is trying to dig underneath. Here comes the 41 of Tim LaFountain. Side by side for the top spot, side by side for third as they race off the 4th turn at the halfway point. It's still Mike Wright. Tim LaFountain has worked his way underneath the 79 of Jay LeGrave. LaFountain finds himself 5th in points. No wins on the year, but 6 top 5s and 8 top 10s and 10 tries. However, 113 out of the top spot, and that is just 5th in points. 104 points out, the 3rd place guy. So there's certainly a 2-horse race in this division for the point standings. Out front it is still the 78 of Michael Wright, but here comes Scott Richner in the 81. Richner is now there down on the inside. They race door to door in turns 3 and 4. Off the 4th turn, drag race for the lead. Who's it going to be at the white flag? Still Mike Wright up on top. Michael Wright in the 78 car has stayed on the top of the racetrack throughout this qualifier. Richner's been down on the bottom. And Tim LaFountain in the 41 has been plugging away in 3rd place, trying to get to the top spot. Who's it going to be off turn number 4? I like Wright's chances. Here they come down the stretch. Mike Wright wins it. Scott Richner 2nd. 3rd, Tim LaFountain. 4th will go to Jay into the infield. And Irwin and Tyler Brissett will take him down to the green flag. Here they come off of turn number 4. Green flag is out. The qualifier number 3 of the mini modified division. From the top of the racetrack, Tyler Brissett in the 8 ball will take the lead. Here is Dale O'Neill now in the 16, working underneath the 15 of Stephen Brissett. Stephen Brissett in the 15 runs up on top of the racetrack. He tries to get around the 11 of Mike Whalen, but that car pushes up pretty high in turn number 4 and allows Dale O'Neill to move through down on the inside. Tyler Brissett shows the way. A bit of a bobble that time in 1 and 2 from Tyler Irwin, but Irwin picks it up going into turn number 3, right off the back bumper. Now a car length. Here comes Dale O'Neill digging underneath the 11 of Michael Whalen. Whalen pushes up the racetrack, and he may lose spot number 3 at the line. He does. Dale O'Neill. At the line, Dale O'Neill had taken position number 3 away from Mike Whalen. And look at the drive O'Neill gets off of turn number 2. Dale O'Neill from 3rd to 2nd, just going down the backstretch as he takes position number 2 away, and he has his eyes set on the battle for the lead at the halfway point. Tyler Brissett shows the way. Mike Whalen fighting down on the inside in the 11 car. He comes through to position number 3. Here is O'Neill off of turn number 2. O'Neill is right there off the back bumper. Brissett tries to, maybe mirror drive as he shuts the door in turn number 3, but pushes up the racetrack. The hole is open for Dale O'Neill. Here he comes down the inside. Game, set, match perhaps as Dale O'Neill takes the lead with 2 to go. O'Neill down on the inside of the racetrack. has taken the lead away, and he drives off of turn number 2. Tyler Brissett back to the second spot. In third, it is Whalen, and he is trying to work his way up into position number 2 with a white flag out and one more time around. Whalen's going to take the 11 up to the top as Brissett takes the 8 down to the bottom. Trying to diamond the corner now is Whalen in the number 11 car. A good run off the second turn for the 11 of Whalen. No doubt about the winner. It's going to be Dale O'Neill. Battle is on for position number 2. Whalen on the bottom. Brissett up top. Here they come. Drag race for the finish. O'Neill wins it. Second's going to be Brissett. Third will be Whalen. Fourth, Irwin, and fifth.
2 on the outside in car number 32 from Rouse's Point. It is Brent Jarvis. Row 3 on the inside from West Shazy. Hunter Sawyer in the number 71. And the winner 2 weeks ago starts shotgun in this first qualifier. Roto-Rooter, easy for me to say, Roto-Rooter number 18 for Morrisonville's Sean Duquette. All right, there is Duquette moving underneath the 32 of Jarvis, moving into the 4th spot. Out front, it is car number 23 for John Booten. Booten will pace the field off of turn number 4 down the front stretch. Running in the 2nd spot, Dylan Raptoy in the 22. It's Lance Raptoy in the 21, running in 3rd. Sean Duquette in the 18. Just a half car length off of his back bumper. A freight train off of turn number 2 down the backstretch. The top 5 positions separated by about a car length from spot to spot. Then it's a gap back to Hunter Sawyer in the 71, who is running in the 6th spot. At the line that time, John Booten with a 3 car length advantage over Dylan Raptoy in the 22. Here comes the 21 car. Again, Lance driving the 21 tonight. Looking down low to the inside as they run side by side almost into turn number 3. Digging down low on the inside, Lance Raptoy. The 22 of Dylan Raptoy takes it up towards the wall down the front stretch. At the line, it was still Dylan holding on to the 2nd spot, but Lance moving through on the inside, had 2nd in turn 2. Here comes Dylan back after him on the outside. Wheel to wheel, door to door, down the backstretch into turn number 3. Right behind him is Sean Duquette in the 18. He's waiting to see how this unfolds. As they work off of turn number 4 down the front stretch, it is Lance Raptoy, the 21 in the 2nd spot. He had that by about 3 feet at the line. Sean Duquette's going to try to follow through in that inside line. Here comes the 22 of Dylan Raptoy back after his uncle on the outside. Lance Raptoy runs in 2nd. Dylan running on the outside. Sean Duquette right behind. Closing in behind in the 32 is Brent Jarvis. He's just a car length off the back bumper of the 18 of Duquette. Out front it is all 23 John Booten. The St. Albans driver leading by some 6 car lengths over the 21 of Lance Raptoy. The 22 of Dylan Raptoy still hanging on the outside, doing a nice job to hang on that outside line. Lance still in the 2nd spot. Sean Duquette trying to get underneath the 22 to fight for 3rd. You can see Sean getting that left front tire just about off the racing surface in turns 1 and 2. And now Dylan in the 22 got quick on the binders going to turn number 3. That jumped the 18 of Duquette to the outside. Now the 22 washes up in front of Duquette and allows the 32 of Jarvis to move underneath the 18 machine. White flag on the field, 1 lap to go for the 23 of John Booten. Booten leading by 4 car lengths into turn number 3. Here he comes off of the 4th turn. Checkered flag about to be unfurled. The winner is car number 23. That is John Booten. 2nd will be Lance Raptoy. 3rd, Dylan Raptoy. At the line, 4th goes to the 32 of Brent Jarvis. And in the 5th spot, the winner 2 weeks ago. Inside, Moore's driver Jamie Begor is on board the 19. Outside from Milton, Vermont, it is Amber Turner. Row 3 on the inside, the racing legend from Clayburgh, New York. That is Metalman. And on the outside, from Milton, Vermont, the H2O is Rob Gordon. 6 cars take the green flag. Amber Turner with a bobble going into turn number 1. That jumped her car up the racetrack as they watch the H2O Robert Gordon move underneath for position. Jamie Begor running in the 2nd spot, trying to get his nose inside the 43 of Josh Terry. Quickly, Metalman's 4th. Terry washes up the racetrack off of turn number 4. Jamie Begor moving underneath along the front stretch. They are side by side for the lead. Metalman now back to 5th. Stop getting so excited. Before we roll, we'll see if he can hold off Amber Turner for last. The 19 of Jamie Begor trying to come through on the inside. Josh Terry on the outside. At the line this time, it is going to be Begor. Josh Terry, though, going to try to come back after him on that outside line. Begor pushes a little bit, and then the rear end goes a little loose off of turn number 2, but he's able to drive away down the backstretch. Josh Terry in the 43 trying to stick with him on the outside. Robert Gordon's coming in a hurry. The H2O is up to 3rd, and he seems to be closing pretty quickly on the 43. Terry might see him coming after him, and he gets back down to the inside trying to protect that line where his car might be a little bit more stable. but the H2O was almost on his back bumper. 2 car lengths the lead for Jamie Begor going into turn number 3. We'll see what it is this time by at the line as they're halfway in this qualifier. The line's about a 3 car length advantage for Begor. Josh Terry, the 43, working on the outside of the track. Robert Gordon, the H2O, who's been about as fast as anybody in this division over the last 3 weeks, almost a month, coming through on the inside. He's going to grab the 2nd spot. Josh Terry will go back to 3rd in the 43 car. Running in the 4th spot in car number 12. He had problems in practice as well. Zach Raptor, you can see there was damage on the front of his car, minus the hood. Zach is running in the 4th position. Metal Man is holding off Amber Turner for now. He runs in the 5th position in the number 2. Amber trying to close in on that spot, a couple of car lengths behind. 2 laps to go for Jamie Begor. Begor has the Huntley Trucking number 19 leading out front. Robert Gordon, the rear end kicking out off of turn number 2. He is some 4 car lengths behind Begor going into turns 3 and 4. 1 lap to go this time by for Jamie Begor. The white flag is out. 1 to go for Begor. Gordon running in the 2nd spot, not in a position to make a bid for that top position. Josh Terry's comfortable in 3rd. The closest race on the track right now would be for that 5th position that Metal Man is in control of. Here comes the field off of turn number 4. Checkered flag is out. Jamie Begor gets the win. 2nd will be Rob Gordon. Finishing in 3rd is Josh Terry. 4th goes to Zach Raptoy in the number 12. In 5th, it's Metal Man in the 2. On point, Tyler Terry in the 44. Ray Germain, the 19 Vermont, on the outside. Those 2 guys will bring him down to the green flag. Here they come along the front stretch. The green flag is out. Good start on the inside line for the 44 of Tyler Terry. Ray Germain trying to go with him on the outside line. The 30 of Zach Daniels. A little problems in turns 1 and 2, but he's got everything back under control, and he's got a pretty good battle going on right now with the 28 of Ryan Booten for the 3rd spot. Daniels picked up his first career victory just a few weeks back, but 3 weeks ago that he had pretty significant contact and damage to that number 30 machine, just about ripped off the whole right side of that car, and they were able to make repairs to his number 30, get him back out onto the racetrack, and he is running in 4th. Ryan Booten is looking down low to the inside, trying to shoot and sneak through that hole. The 30 down low, the 19 Vermont up high, and here comes Ryan in the number 28. Ryan Booten moves to the inside of Ray Germain in the 19 Vermont. Ryan Booten's 28 car goes to the 2nd spot. Out front, it is the Fuzzy Ducks, number 44 for Tyler Terry. Tyler's got a pretty comfortable lead. The lead stands at about 8 car lengths off turn number 2. Ryan Booten in the number 28 machine running in the 2nd spot. The battle for 3rd. 3 cars going after that 3rd spot. Ray Germain, the 19. Hang on to it. 3 cars still fighting for that 3rd spot. Good save by Ray Germain after there was some contact with the 30 car going into turn number 3. Ray Germain was doing a good Fred Astaire impression, tiptoeing over through turns 3 and 4 before he was able to grab a hold of that race car, dancing through the turn, and he is still in that 3rd spot. The 30 of Zach Daniels running in 4th, and right behind him with no place to go is Jim McKiernan in the 55. McKiernan is snookered behind the 30 and the 19 Vermont. Ryan Booten trying to chase down the 44 of Tyler Terry. I think he's doing it. The disadvantage has closed. There's 2 laps to go. He's got a 3 car length disadvantage at the line. The battle for 3rd is ongoing. The 30 of Daniels, the 19 Vermont of Germain, and the 55 of McKiernan also wants in on the action. Those 3 cars battling for that 3rd spot. Meanwhile, out front, the white flag is unfurled. 1 lap to go for the 44 of Tyler Terry. His lead at the line was a car length and a half. Ryan Booten in the number 28 goes to the top off of turn 2. A little bit of a bobble for the 28. It's going to cost him a half car length. 2 car lengths the advantage in the middle of the backstretch. Here comes Tyler Terry off of turn number 4. Down the front stretch, the checkered flag is out. Tyler Terry's going to win it. Finishing in 2nd, Ryan Booten in the number 28. Finishing in the 3rd spot, it is the 30 of Zach Daniels. Found from Keysville. And starting 10th on the outside row number 5, it'll be Nick Haywood, the defending track champion of the 29. We'll set the rest of the field. We get a chance as the green flag is out.
Showing the way in turns 1 and 2 is Leon Gagnon running in 2nd. Mitch Quinville filters in. Andy Haywood runs in 3rd, but here comes Jesse Mueller. Mueller is a driver that you can't count on this one. Look out, they bottle it up middle of the field. John Scarborough made contact with the 17 of Jason Durgan. He got on the binders. and everything ends up working its way out. But Jason Durgan now, slow it is, he's now behind the 6 of Tyson Drown.
Battle for third into turn number 4. Here comes Jesse Mueller throwing the inside. He puts Andy Haywood back to the 4th spot. Mueller goes to the 3rd position. They're all chasing Leon Gagno. Gagno sails off turn number 2 to a 6-car length advantage over Vince Quinville. Heavy action in the middle of the pack. Rick Donor on the inside. The 44 of Mark Lamberton at his wheel on the outside. Lamberton trying to gain the spot. Donor had the worst luck of anybody in the draw. He had to draw the number 15. And he had to start on the inside of row number 8. Lamberton appears to be in trouble. The 44 is not at the normal pace. He has lost a spot to the 91 of Donor, and he is now 2 car lengths behind that number 91 machine. It is Gagno out front. Mueller going to the 2nd spot with the number 19. The 78 of Quinville now in 3rd. Andy Haywood runs 4th with the 29X. Jason Durgan back rolling again. He is 5th. Travis Bruno is also starting to move. He is in the 7th spot. Cody Aubin runs in 6th right now. He's in car number 7. Running in the 8th position, Tyson Brown in the 6th. He's fallen back 2 spots. Nick Haywood runs in 9th with the 29. He started 10th. And rounding out the top 10, it's Jamie O'Fallon with car number 20.
The driver that's really moving towards the front is the 17 of Jason Durgan. As problems on the 4 for Keith Pelkey. Pelkey will take the 4 back to the garage area. Pelkey will go back to the garage area. Jason Durgan may be the fastest car right now on the racetrack as he has quickly worked his way by the 6 of Tyson Brown and the 7 of Cody Abbott. It is creating space between himself and Abbott. Another car that is moving through the field, the 69 of Travis Bruno. He works underneath Cody Abbott right now in the 7 car. Leon Gagno has set sail out front. Jesse Mueller's trying to run him down. He runs in 2nd. Yellow flag has come out on the Speedway. Yellow flag for the 44 of Mark Lamberton. Or perhaps a right rear down.
We are set to restart with 7 laps complete, 23 laps to run in this first of 2 30-lap features tonight for the Sportsman Modifieds. Here they come off of turn number 4, down the front stretch. Green flag is out. Wheel to wheel at the line. Mueller on the outside gets a good run into turn number 2. Gagno tries to ace it down low as they run wheel to wheel down the backstretch. Just about even going into turn number 3. Gagno drives it deep into the turn, surging back to the point. Now here comes Mueller after him on the outside. They come down the line. It's Leon Gagno at the line with the lead. Mueller still hanging with him on the outside. Vince Quinville trying to get 2 of the leaders as Jason Durgan has moved to 4th. Durgan was able to dig to the inside of Andy Haywood, grab that 4th spot, and now he'll try to chase down Vince Quinville, who continues to work in 3rd.
Leon Gagno is real strong, diamonding the turns in corners 1 and 2. Leon Gagno shows the way. It's the 19 of Jesse Mueller trying to follow now Leon Gagno's line around the racetrack. Mueller was up on top. He saw Gagno had aced it in turns 1 and 2. Mueller pulled him the line and tried to file around. The guy that's fast is Jason Durgan in the 17. Durgan was able to get around the 29X of Andy Haywood. He's now underneath the 78 of Vince Quinville. Quinville on top right now. They race into turn number 3. Into turn number 3, Quinville drives it deeper, but then Jason Durgan sticks the nose out in front. Durgan flies by him down on the inside. Durgan to the 3rd spot. Travis Bruno moves through the 5th down on the inside. He moves past Andy Haywood.
Mark Lamberton also trying to make waves coming out of the back of the pack. He's boxed right now. He's down low on the inside following Mike Wells. He's got Ron Proctor on the outside, and he really has no place to go with that 44 machine. He is boxed. We've got a car that is off the pace in the rear of the field. That's Chris Frenier. He comes to a halt in the middle of the bunker, and that is going to bring out another yellow flag, the 2nd yellow flag of this 30-lap feature event. Yellow flag out for Chris 93 machine. 18 laps remain in the first of 2 30-lap features for the Sportsman Modifieds. Here they come off of turn number 4 down the line. There's the green flag. Mueller, a little bit of an advantage at the line. Now going after him on the outside. Durgan right on the back of the 4 of Leon Gagno. Advantage Mueller in the middle of the backstretch. The 4-car of Gagno coming back after him on the inside. Here comes Leon Gagno throwing the inside down the line. It's Leon Gagno still in the lead. Jesse Mueller trying to make the outside work. He better make it work, otherwise Durgan's going to make him pay. Durgan bobbled in 2, though. He lost a car length and a half to the 19. Here comes Leon Gagno off of turn number 4. It's Andrew Bordeaux spinning off the top of turn number 3. He is backwards towards the Jersey barrier, and the yellow flag is back out. Bordeaux went for a slot. Veteran shoe behind the wheel of that number 44. All right, 14 laps complete, ready to run again. It'll be the 4 of Gagno, the 19 of Mueller. Here they come down the front stretch. Green flag is back out. Mueller on the outside. Gagno down on the inside. Really good run that time off of 2 for Leon Gagno. He just catapulted off the inside of turn number 2. Mueller coming back after him, looking down low on the inside. Mueller appeared to have a little room down low. That hole closed up though, and it's a 2-car length advantage for for Gagno at the line.
Yeah, much better time for Gagno.
Oh, contact in 1 and 2.
Travis Bruno in the 69 got a piece of the 78 of Vince Quinville. Quinville able to hold on to that number 78 car, and he still runs in fourth. It's Travis Bruno. Yeah, it sure was. Travis Bruno in the 69 now sees room down to the inside, and he works his way by the 78 of Quinville before. But Quinville is trying to hang on the top. Here comes Nick Haywood. Haywood trying to grab onto the back bumper of the 69 of Travis Bruno. He does, as he comes through down to the inside. They're wheel to wheel in turn 3 and 4. Here they come off the fourth turn. Give that position to Nick Haywood at the line.
Travis Bruno into the 4th spot. Nick Haywood running in 5th now. Vince Quinville washed up the track a couple of laps ago, right in front of the 29 of Nick Haywood. Haywood was trying to work the outside, perhaps grab 2 spots, but he wasn't able to do it when the 78 pushed up the track off of turn number 4. So now Haywood, who was running in the 5th position, has to try to make a move on Travis Bruno to grab that 4th spot. Good action towards the back of the pack. Speedy Brissett on the inside. Mike Wells on the outside, racing 4th position. Johnny Scarborough looking to roll. Down low on the inside, Jason Chris in the 30 machine. As those cars battle for position, they got a car running through the infield. That's the 6 of Tyson Brown, bouncing off of turn number 4, back out onto the front stretch. Brown will lose a couple of spots, and he boxes it up over in turns 1 and 2. Speedy Brissett had that car come right out in front of him, and he had to get on the binders, and now Andy Haywood also there as it feel accordions a little bit towards the back of the pack. But out front it is still Leon Gagno. His lead is 8 car lengths over the 19 of Jesse Mueller. It is Jason Durgan about equidistant back in the 3rd spot. And now Travis Bruno holding on to 4th. Nick Haywood has not been able to gain much ground on the number 69. He is still running in the 5th spot. And Vince Quinville is actually coming back after him. That car appears to be better set up for the inside of the racetrack.
Yeah, Vince Quinville in the 78 had a couple of peaks down on the inside of the 29 of Nick Haywood. 10 laps to go this time around. 10 to go for Leon Gagno in the number 4 car. Back to that battle for position number 5. Quinville had a couple of opportunities. Oh boy, problems in turn 4. Rick Donor is around. Donor goes around in the 4th turn. He's now in front of the leaders. Yellow flag will come out.
10 laps to go as we're set for another restart.
All right, Gagno on the bottom, Mueller on the top. Here they come off of turn number 4. Green flag is out. It is a 10-lap dash to the checkered flag. In turns 1 and 2, Jesse Mueller pushes up the racetrack. That allows Leon Gagno to get the nose out in front. Field boxes up a bit as Vince Quinville in the 78 pushes out of the top 5. The 44, Mark Lamberton, now works up into position number 6. Lamberton, who had the flat right rear, has worked his way from the tail end of the field, and he's looking to peek inside the top 5. But Gagno in the 4 continues to pull away from the 19 of Jesse Mueller as the 69 of Bruno is now in 3rd.
Yeah, that's the car to keep an eye on. Travis Bruno has moved to 3rd. Durgan appears to be fighting the handle off of 2 and 4. That car is pushing up the racetrack. Bruno is able to get to the 3rd spot. And then Mark Lamberton, 44 machine, remember, had a tire going soft from the back of the pack now to 6th. Let's see if he can make any inroads into the top 5. Leon Gagno pulling away from Jesse Mueller. Lap 23 goes up on the board. His lead over Mueller, 8 car lengths at the line. Mueller in 2nd. Bruno runs 3rd. Durgan in 4th. Digging down low on the inside. Here comes Lamberton to the inside of Nick Haywood. Down the backstretch going to turns 3 and 4. It is the 44 of Lamberton to the inside. He'll grab 5th away from Haywood.
And it didn't appear as though Lamberton was going to have anything. But Lamberton is kind of shot out of the cannon inside the top 5 now in that 44 car. And the 17 of Durgan is losing. Durgan is losing ground. Rick Donor in that number 91 car takes that back to the garage area with 5 laps to go for the 4 of Leon Gagno. Gagno on board the Eaglefield Ford, O'Reilly Ford number 4, is looking for his 2nd victory of the season here at Airborne. It would be his 1st in the Sportsman Modified Division. He picked up his first win a couple of weeks back via a disqualification. The guy that sits in 2nd right now was disqualified for a motor violation. Jesse Mueller was stripped of that win, and inheriting it was Leon Gagno. That was his first win here in about 3 or 4 years for that Chazy, New York native. And he comes around this time with just 3 laps to go before he will pick up his 2nd checkered flag at Airborne in this season.
Wheel-to-wheel racing for the 10th spot. Mike Wells in the 76 and 61S of Johnny Scarborough. They're racing for the 10th position. But out front, Leon Gagno is on easy street. Laps winding down, popsicle sticks are out, and Gagno has a near full front stretch advantage over the 19 of Jesse Mueller. Gagno works off of turn number 2 down the backstretch. The white flag about to be unfurled. The racing veteran out of Chazy. Gagno through turns 3 and 4. Here he comes along the front stretch. We'll go with him on this final lap. The white flag is out for Leon Gagno, who sails off into turn number 1. Works the middle line around the racetrack. That car has been hooked up It has been the class of the field since the drop of the green flag. Here he comes off of turn number 4. No denying Leon Gagno in this first 30-lap feature. The Chazy driver wins it. Gagno for the win. Second to Mueller. Third to Travis Bruno. Fourth goes to the 17 of Jason Durgan. Fifth to Mark Lamberton's 44. Sixth goes to the 78 of Vince Quinville. Seventh to the 30 of Jason Chris. They're finishing eighth. A couple of weeks ago in the Ernie's Discount Tools Dirt Car 358 Modified Division, Leon, by way of a couple of disqualifications, inherited a victory. No inheriting the win tonight. That was a dominating run by Chazy's Leon Gagno. He'll bring the Egglefield Ford, Riley Ford, number 4 to victory lane. Jesse Mueller in 19, could see him on the restarts, but after a couple of laps, he was chasing that number 4 car, and down the stretch, the final closing laps, it was almost a full front stretch advantage for Gagno in that number 4. Mueller settles for second. Travis.
And here he is out of the car. Give him a nice round of applause. It's Leon Gagno. Leon picks up the victory in the Sportsman Modifieds tonight. Leon, nice job. We'll get you here on camera. Boy, this car was fast. It helps starting on the pole. And first, let's talk about your strategy there. You never pick your own number. What's the strategy there for that?
Well, when you never pick a good number, you need somebody, and she did one heck of a job, and I really appreciate it.
Well, Leon, starting on the pole was easy for you, but you still have to have a good car to match that, and your car was very strong. I know we talked a couple of weeks back, and you guys were working on the setup on the inside with this car. Of course, you have to put a restrictor plate on it, which may change some of the setup, but boy, was this car fast for you. You were able to diamond the corners, and it was perfect.
The car was spot on. Very seldom do you ever get a car like that the whole night, but tonight this car is spot on, and I want to thank my crew. You know, that it takes a lot of hard work to keep these cars up, and I appreciate that.
And you're going to have a challenge ahead of you, of course, inverting the field for feature number 2, but you're going to have fun and you're going to work hard towards the front here in feature number 2.
We have a good car, and that's a good challenge, and that's what this race is.
Leon, congratulations. Second win of the year and the first in the Sportsman Modifieds.
Thank you very much. Thanks, everybody, for coming.
Chief starter Jason Lemoy is ready to send them on their way. Here they come off of turn number 4. It's Robert Foley and Tyler Irwin. Down to the line. Green flag is out. Jay LaGrave has already tried a 3-wide move into turn number 1. Rob Sainz doesn't appreciate that too much. He and Sainz get connected. Oh boy, look out. There he goes. And he saves it. At least he saves the car, that is. The 79 has gone around in turns 1 and 2 at the exit of turn 2. And it didn't look as though the tire was down. Maybe he needs a snack. All right, ready to go again. No laps in, trying to get to 20 tonight. Here they come. Green flag is out. Good even start at the line. Irwin has the advantage. But in the middle of the corner, it's the 66. And then Irwin back up on top of the racetrack with a progressive banking. Look at Scott Richner go. Scott Richner in the 81 has already worked his way into a show spot. Oh boy. Richner in the 81 now backs off of it as he sees the car in front of him pushing up the racetrack. That's a smart decision considering we're on lap 0. Now lap number 1 for Scott Richner as the 66 of Foley washed up the racetrack in front of him. Although now the 81 of Richner's pinned. Richner went from position number 3 all the way back to position number 7 as Chris LeVere is moving on the bottom in that number 4 car. Chris using Harold's car and Steve Brissett using Ed Brissett's car. That's not always easy to remember for the announcer, but fortunately we have things controlled. Oh boy, there goes the 81 of Scott Richner. Richner perhaps contact with the back bumper of the 4 of LeVere, got on the binders, and then perhaps a shot in the rear end from the 66 of Robert Foley.
Yeah, he could not react fast enough.
Right. Here comes the 16 of O'Neill working his way back towards the front. The 22B of Pete Blaney is thinking 3 wide to the lead. Well, Mike Whalen in the 11 was the meat in the sandwich, and he got on the binders and got out of there. And now Tyler Irwin has the advantage. Tyler Irwin in the 54 shows the way down the backstretch, but Pete Blaney drives it deep into turn number 3. Irwin still with the advantage up on top of the racetrack. It'll be a drag race for the lead off the 4th turn. Give it to the 22B of Pete Blaney. Blaney at one time was running 3rd in the point standings, and since then he has dropped in the standings to 4th.
104 out, actually tied for third with Chris LeVere.
Looking for his first win of the year, but here comes Tyler Brissett.
Brissett down on the inside, and that makes a gaggle of cars running through positions 1 through 6 on the racetrack. Make that 1 through 7. Dale O'Neill in the 7th spot. They're 3 wide right now for 4th. And the 22B of Blaney goes from 1st to now 9th.
That car is fading.
Yeah.
Penthouse to outhouse.
Yeah, hung out on the outside. Well, it's the 4 of C.J. LeVere trying to gain some ground down on the bottom of the racetrack. I don't think Tyler Irwin has left from that outside groove in the 54 car.
Tyler Brissett's working up there as well, at least off of turn number 4. That's where his car wanted to be.
Yeah, Tyler Brissett is out front, and he's pulling away by about 5 car lengths. Here goes Scott Richner. Scott Richner taking 3 wide through the middle. And is Chris LeVere? No, he didn't take 4 wide. That's good.
No, for a minute he did.
He thought 4 wide, but thought better of it. And then now here they race side by side. Does LeVere in the 81 of Richner. Richner is going to take it up to the top around Whalen. Whalen in that 11 car keeps it down on the inside. He's sliding the rear end of that car a bit, dirt tracking the right rear tire. And that allows 81, Scott Richner, to move through to 2nd. Here comes C.J. LeVere. LeVere through to 3rd. Dale O'Neill right now in the 16 runs in 5th. He is the car in position number 5, and he's looking to attach himself to the back bumper of that 4 car of C.J. LeVere. The black flag is out for the 66 of Robert Foley. It's awful difficult to drive when you don't remember the hood pins.
Pete Blaney's in trouble. The 22B's going back to the pits, so a real tough break. Pete was in the lead just, 3-4 laps ago, and now back to the garage. In the 66, now he can't see where he's going, so they send him back to the garage.
Battle for the lead heats up. Here goes Scott Richner. Scott Richner's down on the inside, door to door, and he says, see you later, off of turn number 2 down the backstretch and into turn number 3. Scott Richner in the 81 car has worked his way to the front here on lap number 10 as we are halfway to this feature for the Busch Beard Mini Modified Division. Halfway. Tyler Brissett tries to fight back down on the inside but can't do it. Now he's got to worry about holding off C.J. LeVere, who's hard charging in that number 4 car. C.J. LeVere driving the Harold LeVere number 9X, trying to collect points as he runs in the 5th spot. Harold is in 7th in points. Chris LeVere is tied for 3rd in points. Harold is back in 7th in points. And there's not much of a differential between the two, but Harold is elected to give up his car tonight for his son CJ, and CJ is looking to move through to 2nd down on the inside. CJ is there on the inside, and off the 4th turn, he'll take the spot away from Tyler Brissett. Dale O'Neill's trying to hang with him down on the inside. O'Neill is right there as well. The 8 and the 16 run door to door. The 8 Brissett up on top, the 16 O'Neill down on the bottom. They race wheel to wheel into turn number 3. Sticking the nose out in front is the 16 of Dale O'Neill. Meanwhile, behind them, a good side-by-side battle between Michael Wright and the 11 of Mike Whalen. Dale O'Neill in the 16 has now worked his way by the 8 of Tyler Brissett. It is Scott Richner showing the way. C.J. LeVere 2nd. 3rd is Dale O'Neill. 4th is the 8 ball of Tyler Brissett. 5th is Michael Wright in the 78. 6th is the 11 car of Michael Whalen. 7th, the 54 of Tyler Irwin. 8th is Jay LeGrave in the 79. 9th, the 41 of Jim LaFountain. 10th would be the 3 of Rob Saenz, and Stephen Brissett would be 11th right now, and he has taken that 15 car back to the garage area. So Fast Eddie Brissett could be Fast Eddie, as Stephen Brissett not able to dial in that number 15 machine, as there's 5 laps to go for the leader, Scott Richner. Scott Richner is looking for win number 3 on the season. He has picked up 2 wins in the division already. And he has 1 win that was stripped from him for a camber issue. It is likely that the Richner team has worked on fixing that issue. And he is back here in that number 81 car just as fast as he was in the previous weeks when he was victorious. CJ still running in 2nd, about 15 car lengths off the lead. And then it's about 5 or 6 back to Dale O'Neill, who runs in 3rd, and then another 5 or 6 back to Tyler Brissett, who's 4th. And it's another 10 back to the 5th place car of Michael Whalen. Whalen has worked his way up into the top 5. Scott Richner is now coming up on lap car, the number 3 of Rob Saenz. Remember, Saenz was going for the lead in turn 1 and had a tire go down after contact in turns 1 and 2. Popsicle sticks are out, 2 laps to go for the 81 of Scott Richner. It appears the 79 of Jay LeGrave may be off the pace. LeGrave in the 79 car is now running at the tail of the field. And he'll see 2 to go as Scott Richner in the 81 works around the outside of the 3 of Rob Sines. Here they come off of turn number 4. White flag is out. One more time around for Scott Richner in the 81. Scott Richner has half a track to negotiate to pick up win number 3 on the year for himself. He works in turn number 3. Very good through 3 and 4. And down the front stretch, he'll pick up his 3rd win of the year. Second's going to go to Chris LeVere. 3rd, Dale O'Neill. 4th will go to the 8 ball of Tyler Brissett. 5th will be Mike Whalen. 6th, Michael Wright. 7th, Tyler Irwin. 8th will be Tim LaFountain.
Contact. The car did not go away. And he brings it home to victory lane, as Robbie mentioned, for the 3rd time this year. Another solid run for the Rouse's Point driver. Scott Richner will take the victory lap around a half mile. Chris LeVere jumps into the Harold LeVere car and brings it home in the 2nd spot. And Dale O'Neill finishes in the 3rd position with his number 16. Robbie will get a word with the top 3 finishing drivers as Richner brings the car back off of turn number 4 down the front stretch. Jason Lemoy is going to get him lined up on the front stretch down to the track with Robbie, and he'll give a word with Scott Richner.
All right, here is Scott Richner. Give him a nice round of applause. 3rd win of the year for Scott Richner. Scott, come on over. Well, what's the new story? This 81 was hooked up once again for you, but tonight it wasn't as easy. You had a scary moment over in turn number 1. I believe the 4 of C.J. LeVere might have been down in front of you, but some contact between either yourself and the 4, maybe something with a 66 as well. Talk about that. Seemed to be the scariest moment of the race for you.
I'm not really sure what happened. I got hit and just tried to keep it straight. I think the 66 might have been mad because the lap before I gave him, a little shot to let him know I was there, but I wasn't trying to turn him or anything. I think he was just mad about that. I think the scariest moment of the race was lap 1 when everybody just spun right in front of me. And I actually got hit by Jay LeGrave.
Well, it's certainly it's no fun when you see that happen. And of course, they went 3 wide on turn number 1, and that's certainly not easy to overcome, especially when you're driving up through the field. How do you play that? The hit and miss. Do you just have to pick a lane? Do you have that instinct to where to go?
Well, I raced for 6 years full time, so I don't want to say I'm psychic, but I have a pretty good idea on how to read people and where they're going to go. But it was a lot of fun.
Well, win number 3, Scott. Nice job. This car is dipped out.
Thank you. I got to thank my sponsors, Bushy's Auto Repair and Bolak Excavation.
That's Scott Richner. He wins for the 3rd time. I'll go over here and I'll talk to C.J. LeVere.
In the number 57. Next on the grid, it's the 18 of Morrisonville, Sean Duquette. West Shazy's Hunter Sawyer's in the 71. And shotgun on the field from Cleveland, New York. It is Middleman. There's the green flag as the Renegades roll off into turns 1 and 2. Out front, it is the 22 of Dylan Raptoy. Zach Raptoy on the outside, giving way to the 43. Look at McKiernan thread the needle, going for that 5th spot down low on the inside. He snakes his way through with a double nickel. He'll grab 5th, and he's looking for more as he sideways off turn number 4 down the front stretch. Here comes the 28 of Ryan Booten back after him. Booten looks down low to the inside. McKiernan pushes up. Out front, it is the 22 of Dylan Raptoy. The 43 of Josh Terry runs in second. 3 wide through turns 3 and 4, racing for the 4th spot. Coming through down low on the inside, Ryan Booten in the 28. Jim McKiernan continues to work at the slot through the middle of the racetrack. The 12 of Zach Raptoy running in 3rd. The 28 of Ryan Booten trying to come through on the inside to grab that 3rd spot away. Out front, it's the 22 of Dylan Raptoy. The 43 of Josh Terry looking for room down low off of turn number 4. Dylan will hold on to lead. Dylan Raptoy leads. Josh Terry runs second. 3rd, Ryan Booten on the inside. 4th is Zach Raptoy on the outside. 5th, the 55 of Jim McKiernan. 6th is Tyler Terry. 7th is the 32 of Brent Jarvis. Running in 8th, it's car number 23 for John Booten. Running in the 9th spot, it is the 21 of Lance Raptoy. And rounding out the top 10, it's Rod Gordon in the H2O. Out front, it's still the 22 of Dylan Raptoy. The 43 of Josh Terry trying to gain ground. Dylan did a great job that time off of turn number 2. Was able to just vault off 2. Pick up a car length on Josh Terry down the backstretch, but he pushes high into turn number 4. Down the front stretch. At the line, it's a car length lead for Dylan Raptoy. Getting in the fray now is the 28 of Ryan Booten. Booten trying to get into the mix as he is right on the back bumper of Josh Terry, now looking high on the outside at turn number 3. battle for that second spot. Josh Terry digging down low. Ryan Booten just off his back bumper. He'll follow him off the fourth turn down the front stretch. Zach Raptoy leading. 6 laps complete. Josh Terry looking down low to the inside in turn 2. Ryan Booten's in trouble. The 28 in trouble off of turn number 2. Everybody trying to get past down low on the inside as he's going towards the back of the pack. Something amiss with the number 28 as he goes from the third spot all the way to the back of the pack, and he will likely head back to the garage area. Zach Raptoy in the 22 continues to show the way. Great job by the youngster out front. Josh Terry in the 43, 2 car lengths back in the middle of the backstretch. Then it's Jim McKiernan, the 55, running in third. The 44 of Tyler Terry runs in fourth. Fifth, it is Zach Raptoy in car number 12. How about that? The 2 Raptoy cousins running in the top 5. Then it's John Booten in the 23. He is 6th. Looking low, the H2O of Rob Gordon. That's the car on the move. Keep an eye on Rob Gordon to the inside of Lance Raptoy, trying to take that spot. That would give Gordo the 7th position, and Lance Raptoy sliding back to 8th. Jamie Beagle is 9th, and Brent Jarvis right now rounds out the top 10. Josh Terry continues to dig down low. He's a bottom feeder with that 43, and it's off of turn number 2 where Zach Raptoy is making hay. He is able to pull away from the 43 every time off of turn 2. Here's where Josh Terry closes. His car is better off the 4th turn, but Zach Raptoy zooms away off the second corner. 10 laps complete. Zach Raptoy again doing a nice job off the second turn. Now Jim McKiernan looking down low into turn number 3. Josh Terry working a little bit of a higher line that time, not exactly on the bottom through 3 and 4, protecting that line from McKiernan to the 55. Tyler Terry in the 44 running in the 4th position. Running in 5th, it is car number 23 for John Booten. The fastest car on the racetrack is digging for that 5th spot now. Here comes Rob Gordon to the inside. Rob Gordon's got the H2O living down low, and he is trying to get underneath the 23 to take 5th. Zach Raptoy's car 22, it's the middle line now to the top of the track off turn 2, where he is able to pull away from the 43 of Josh Terry. Tyler Terry looking for 3rd. Jim McKiernan holds him off for now. Terry in the 44 down low off of turn number 4, and it's McKiernan still in that 3rd spot. The lead at the line was a car length for the 22. But he has been perfect off the second turn. That is where he is really getting the job done. Look at him pull away down the backstretch. The 43 of Josh Terry makes it up in 3 and 4. But Zach Raptoy only pushes high that time into turn number 4. He's going to be okay, though, at the line. It's still a car length advantage. Dylan Raptoy in car number 22. Again, turn 2 pulls away. Here comes the H2O. Here comes the 44. 3 cars battling, trying to get to 3rd. Jim McKiernan's there. Little contact with the 44. Gordon backs out of it. Lets the 44 collect himself. We're halfway in this one. Boy, this would be an upset. The youngster in the 22, Dylan Raptoy, looking for his first career victory, continues to show the way out front. The 43, Josh Terry's been in that 2nd spot for a number of laps now. He's been looking low. He's not been able to dig to get to that spot as Dylan continues to hold him off. Robert Gordon, he may be the car, though, that's going to make the most noise down the stretch. He's underneath the 44, and Gordon's to the 4th spot. 5th is now Tyler Terry. 6th is the 23 of John Booten. Running in 7th, it's Jamie Beagle on the inside, in car number 19. Zach Raptoy back in the 8th spot. 9th, it is Lance Raptoy in the 21. And the top 10 rounded out by the 32 of Brent Jarvis. The 43 of Josh Terry gives up the 2nd spot to Jim McKiernan in the 55. Here comes Gordon to the inside. Rob Gordon down low on the inside, grabbing the 3rd spot away. Maybe 2nd as well. At the line, it was just about dead even. Dylan Raptoy holding on to the lead for now, but Robert Gordon is the new hunter. And Gordon is coming after him. Robert Gordon working down low on the inside, comes through to the 2nd spot. He's a car length off the back of the 22 of Dylan Raptoy. The H2O well drilling premier paving machine into the 2nd spot. Dylan continues to run that middle to high line around the racetrack. Plenty of room for Gordon if he can get to the inside. Here's where he can make up ground. Turns 3 and 4. There is room down low. Dylan takes it up towards the wall, down the front stretch at the line. It is still Raptoy by about a foot. They work into turns 1 and 2. Robert Gordon is there on the inside. Dylan Raptoy on the outside cannot hold off Robert Gordon. Robert Gordon now is the race leader. Gordon takes the lead off of turn number 4 down the front stretch. He'll go wherever he wants to on the racetrack. Gordon is looking for his 3rd win of the year. No driver is hotter in this division than Robert Gordon. He's already the all-time winningest driver in the Renegade division, looking to add to that total. Gordon leading by 2 car lengths now over the 22 of Dylan Raptoy. Raptoy at the line, almost 5 car lengths off the pace. Trying to hang on to that second spot. Jim McKiernan, the 55, he's a car length off of his back bumper. Tyler Terry involved in a good battle. It's the brothers battling right now for 4th. Tyler down on the inside, Josh Terry on the outside. Right behind them, it is the Booten, number 23. Jamie Beagle in the 19 looking down low. The 23 was sideways that time into turn number 1. The 55 of Jim McKiernan puts the nose through on the inside. He will grab the second spot away from Dylan Raptoy. Robert Gordon is checking out on everybody. Oh, good save by Booten over in turn number 4. He was sideways going to the 4th turn. Jamie Beagle in the number 19 had to really get on the binders. Otherwise, he would have run right into that number 23 machine. Down the backstretch. Oh, the 23 drifted up right in front of the 19. He goes through the bunker into the Jersey barriers, and that is going to slow the pace. As we are set for the restart. Here comes the field off of turn number 4 down the line, and the green flag is back out. Jim McKiernan trying to make some magic happen on the outside. Oh, 2 cars pushing up the track in turn number 2. That gives room to Jamie Beagle on the inside. The 12 of Zach Raptoy hanging on to it. Here comes Beagle trying to grab that 3rd spot. 3 wide for 3rd into turn number 4. Beagle coming through on the inside. Contact on the 4. Hang on to it, Dylan Raptoy. There was contact with the 43 of Josh Terry. They were bumping and banging off of turn 4 down the front stretch. Josh Terry getting around on the outside. Josh Terry trying to grab that 4th spot away. Dylan Raptoy now back to 5th. The H2O of Robert Gordon shows the way, pulling away from the 55 of Jim McKiernan. The 19 of Jamie Beagle running in the 3rd spot. Beagle trying to gain points on Lance Raptoy in the season-long point chase. Right now, Lance outside of the top 5. He is sitting in the 6th spot in the Island Excavating number 21 that his brother Dave was going to debut here tonight. But fortunate that he was able to hop on board this machine, maintain a pretty good run. I mean, he's sitting in the 6th spot. And he's not going to lose too many points as they run right now to Jamie Beagle. So it is Gordon out front with the H2O. 2 laps to go this time for Rob Gordon, who is on his way to win number 3 on the season. He started deep in the field. Jim McKiernan trying to hold on to that 2nd spot. Jamie Beagle trying to take it away. Beagle was trying to dig down low on the inside that time off of turn number 2. McKiernan went to the top of the track and pulled away. White flag is out, 1 lap to go for Robert Gordon. Gordon in the H2O getting the job done down low on the inside. Once he's got a clear track, he goes to the top of the racetrack, pulling away down the backstretch. Here he comes. It's win number 3 on the year for the Milton, Vermont driver. Robert Gordon's going to win it. The race for 2nd is going to go to Jim McKiernan in the 55. Jamie Beagle's 19 is 3rd. Josh Terry brings the 43 home in the 4th spot. Dylan Raptoy is 5th in the number 22. 6th was Lance Raptoy in
his victory lap around the Airborne Speedway. Rob Gordon took the lead over on lap number 20 when he took it away from the youngster Dylan Raptoy. Dylan ended up with a 5th place finish this evening. And back-to-back 2nd place finishes for Jim McKiernan in the number 55 car. And Peachy, Jamie Beagle brings the number 19 home in 3rd place this evening. But here comes Robert Gordon. He returns. Rob Gordon will go downstairs to Rob.
All right, Robert Gordon's already out of his race car. 3rd win of the year for the H2O. I believe it's career win number 17 for Gordo. 18. He corrected me. He said 18. You got that one. Did I got it wrong last time too? No.
You said 17 last time.
All right. So we'll check up on that. But again, this car hooked up. Everybody's trying to get to the top of the racetrack. You pass those cars down low, and then once you can run whatever lane you want to, down the stretch, you went to the top of the racetrack.
Yeah, I was just trying to feel it out because I was on the bottom all night, and it seemed to go really good on the top also. So I think we'd been okay wherever we were.
And it seemed like there weren't really many hairy moments for you in this race where you had to say, whoa, I got to roll up here. It seemed like for you it was pretty clean making your way towards the front.
Yeah, there was a couple I got really sideways down here in 3 and 4. I thought I was going to go around. I ran underneath the 30, and maybe he still had the spot, or there was somebody, maybe we were 3 wide. He got me a little bit. I almost turned, but we kept it straight and made it to the front.
No car is faster in this division right now than yours. That car is really awesome fast.
Yeah, that kind of comes and goes, it seems like, in this division. Somebody's really fast for 3-4 weeks, then somebody else is really fast. I just hope I come and then it's my turn again.
You want it to keep going.
Yeah.
That's right. Well, congratulations tonight, Gordo. Another solid win.
Thank you very much.
All right, there's Robert Gordon. He wins for this.
All right, ready to go. 30 laps the distance. Here they come off the 4th turn. Green flag is out. Chris Frenier shows the way into turn number 1. He is on the outside groove, and he makes it stick off the 2nd turn. The Progressive Banking vaults him into the lead, but Speedy Brissett hanging with him down to the inside. They mix it up mid-pack. Jason Chris in the 30 got boxed up on the top of the racetrack. The 08 of Andrew Bordeaux is off the pace as well. Speedy Brissett in the 03 leads lap number 1. Tyson Brown in the 6 trying to hang around up on top. The 30 of Jason Chris boxing up the 29 of Nick Haywood. Haywood wants to get down to the bottom. He is able to, and he gets down in front of Travis Bruno in the number 69 car. Speedy Brissett comes around again, and he's looking strong out front of the 03. The advantage off of turn number 2 for Collings. Cody Aubin washes up in turn number 2, and Accordion's back behind him. Vince Quinville looking down low to the inside of turn number 3. Quinville looking to the inside of Aubin. He had to back out of it as Aubin took the line away. Quinville runs to the 5th spot down low on the inside. Andy Haywood in the 29X works the top of the racetrack. They're wheel to wheel for position. Here comes Quinville again after Aubin down low off of turn 2 down the backstretch. He will grab that 4th spot. Aubin back to 5th. Here comes Andy Haywood. Make it 6 now for Aubin as Haywood goes through on the inside. Andy has the 5th spot. Aubin back to 6. Mark Lamberton's the car to move. Lamberton in the 7th position with a 44 appears to be on a mission. Lamberton looking for the win in this second 30-lap feature of the night for the Sportsman Modifieds, and he is the car that is right now setting the fastest times on the score clock. Another car that's working his way to the front, the 78 of Vince Quinville. Quinville made a dive-bomb move down the inside of Andy Haywood in the 29X, but you're absolutely right. That 44 of Lamberton appears to be hooked. Don't shout out Jason Durgan. Here is Durgan working down on the bottom. Nick Haywood's coming to life on the bottom. Travis Bruno has been pinned. He's been stuck behind the 29 of Haywood, and he has been looking for room. Jesse Mueller has the 19 up to the top. Leon Gagnon in the Aglefield Ford number 4 is now taking the 4 car up to the top of the racetrack. He runs outside John Scarborough in the 61 car, and Leon Gagnon is trying to follow that 19 car around the racetrack.
Now one of the cars that's evil on the track right now, Cody Aubin in that 7 machine. That car just does not want to turn on the track. He's fighting it on the outside, and everybody's getting underneath down low on the inside. Jason Bruno headed back to the garage with a 66. As the 76 of Mike Wells moves underneath the 7 of Aubin. Leon Gagnon looking to the outside of Aubin. That could be a mistake, though, as that is bogged down behind the 7 car. Here comes the 19 of Mueller throwing the inside. Gagnon's going to lose a position because he went to the outside, followed Aubin around the racetrack, and Mueller was able to move past underneath down low. Out front, it is still the 03 of Speedy Brissett, Senior Speed, with a 7 car length advantage over Chris Frenier. Working in 3rd, Vince Quinville. 4th is Tyson Brown. 5th is Andy Haywood. But sound the alarm is in the 6th spot, Mark Lamberton, Jason Durgan at 7th, and those 2 are the drivers that appear to be chasing everybody down.
Yeah, and Jason Durgan's had a few peaks underneath the 44 of Mark Lamberton. Lamberton pushing up the racetrack just a bit, although the battle is on in front of him. Andy Haywood's trying to hold off the 6th of Tyson Brown. Brown's car appears to be going away. That car is snapping around in the 6th. And here is Travis Bruno. Travis Bruno tries to get down inside of Nick Haywood. Haywood shuts the door. Haywood keeps that position right behind Jason Durgan. Again, it is Andy Haywood leading the way of that pack that's running towards the middle. Here goes the 44 of Lamberton. Lamberton looking down to the bottom but can't get the grip off of 2. He is pushing up the racetrack off the 2nd turn, and Jason Durgan having the same problem as he runs right off the back bumper of the 44 of Lamberton.
Lamberton and Durgan running nose to tail, trying to make a move on Andy Haywood. Haywood in the 29X holding on to that fourth spot. The 44 of Lamberton now 2 car lengths off the back. He was slow that time into turn number 2, trying it down low off of 2 and down the backstretch. Lost about a car length to the 29X of Andy Haywood, who was holding him off at this point for that fourth spot. Lamberton works in 5th. Durgan a car length off of his back bumper. Then it's Nick Haywood in the 29, right on the back bumper of Durgan. They sit in the 5th, 6th, and 7th position on the track. One car that's Tyson Brown getting his right side tires off into the bunker, kicks up a bunch of dirt down the backstretch because he's at speed, rolling now on the front stretch. We stay on the green flag. Speedy Brissett continues to maintain the advantage. It's about 7 car lengths out front. Senior Speed, Chris Frenier, Vince Quinville, those cars are the top 3 and we're halfway home.
Boy, wouldn't it be great to see Speedy Brissett pull that 03 car into victory lane. It's gone green flag for the front 15. Let's see if we can do it for the second half. Speedy Brissett starting to pull away from that 93 of Chris Frenier. The car you need to worry about, however, is the 78 of Vince Quinville. He is reeling in the 93 of Frenier as Frenier runs down on the bottom. The 78 of Quinville is beginning to diamond the turn, and he is fast. Andrew Boyle in the 08 goes down 1 lap. Will he play any factor in this pass? The 78 of Quinville is up on top. He may get pinned behind the 08 of Bordeaux. Here they come off the 4th turn. They race wheel to wheel down the front stretch, and Quinville trying to get down the inside. Quinville is trying to get underneath the 08 of Bordeaux. He does, and he's going to sail past the 93 into the second spot down the backstretch. Vince Quinville the second. He's got his eyes set on the leader, Speedy Brissett, and he's got 12 laps to get there.
Barring a yellow flag, it's Speedy Brissett, Vince Quinville. Quinville has to chase him down, and he's got to do it in a hurry. We'll check the lap times on the monitor. It is a half backstretch advantage for Speedy Brissett over Vince Quinville as they work it at turns 3 and 4. Frenier runs in 3rd. Andy Haywood is still 4th. Mark Lamberton is 5th. 6th is Jason Durgan. 7th is Nick Haywood. 8th is Travis Bureau. 9th is the 19 of Jesse Mueller. Leon Gagnon rounds out the top 10. Those cars running in the top 10. But right now, Quinville is not able to make much of an inroad. Although Speedy Brissett, his last lap, 17.2. Quinville was at 17 seconds flat. Let's check this time around, 16.9. And Speedy Brissett just a tick quicker than Vince Quinville on the scoring monitor. So 10 laps to go, inside of 10 laps to go for the 03 of Speedy Brissett. He has to continue to hit his marks. He does not want to see a yellow flag. If the yellow flag doesn't come out, he's got a good chance to pick up his first career victory.
Car still moving to the field, the 44 of Mark Lamberton. He has his car fast, but he can't dig underneath the 29X of Andy Haywood. The car gets there, but it can't hold the line. The 93 of Frenier now running in position 3 has some heat for the 29X of Andy Haywood. Steve Pelkey in the 4 car is running up on top. He's a lap car. He'll stay out of the way, and Andy Haywood's able to work through down underneath. Jason Durgan is now hooked with the 44. Jason Durgan slamming the back bumper of that 44 car, Mark Lamberton, using the chrome horn, trying to find a way by as he bumps and bangs his way off the 4th turn.
Keep an eye on that battle. Meanwhile, Vince Quinville has closed. He's now just 2 car lengths off the back bumper of the 03 of Speedy Brissett. Brissett's going to have to do his best driving. Quinville's been 0.2 of a second faster around the racetrack the last couple of laps, and he is right on the back bumper. He'll look to the outside for the lead. Into turn number 2. Andrew Morneau's on the top of the racetrack. Brissett stays down low on the inside. There's room for both to move underneath. Here's Quinville to the outside in turn number 3. Brissett continues to run down low on the inside. Off of turn number 4. Down the line, it's still Speedy Brissett. Less than 5 to go now for Senior Speed. Vince Quinville continues to run on the outside. A bobble for Brissett in turn number 2. Here comes Quinville after him in the middle of the backstretch. They'll go to turns 3 and 4. Quinville drives it deep into the turn. Takes the lead going to turn number 4. Here comes Brissett back after him down low. Down the line, it's Quinville for the lead. Quinville leads by a foot at the line. He drives away off turn number 2. Vince Quinville trying to finish the pass. Brissett back after him down low on the inside. Speedy Brissett back down low, gets on the binders quickly. Quinville trying to drive away off turn 4. At the line, he can go wherever he wants. Quinville's the leader.
Well, the difference is Vince Quinville can drive it deeper into turn number 3. Senior Speed in the 03 has to get on the brakes a lot sooner than that 78 car does. And that allowed the 78 of Vince Quinville to pull away on the top of the racetrack. This time by parallel flags, 2 to go for Vince Quinville.
Quinville's lead is 2 car lengths at the line. Here comes Speedy Brissett to the outside. Speedy Brissett is not able to make a move. Brissett runs in the 2nd spot. Chris Frenier runs in 3rd. 4th, it is Andy Haywood. 5th is Mark Lamberton. Here comes Mueller after this. Oh, they touch! They skip a wheel! There goes the 17 of Durgan off the top of turn number 3. White flag is out on the field. Durgan is parked off the top of the 3rd turn. He made contact with Mueller. Is the yellow flag out?
The
Yellow flag is out as Durgan went for a wild ride off the top of turn number 3 after down the front stretch, heading right towards Mueller over in turn number 1. The back bumper goes flying off the 17. The 17 pulls up to the wheel of the 19 of Mueller. And now yellow checkers displayed. The race is official. The win goes to Vince Quinville in the 78. The 03 of Speedy Brissett finishes in second. The 93 of Chris Fernier finishes in the third spot. Fourth, it is Andy Haywood with the Black Diamond Builders. Port Henry Service number 78 will take the checkered flag. And the win in the 30-lap second feature tonight for the J&S Steel Sportsman Modifieds. He'll take all of that back with him home to Brandon, Vermont. Speedy Brissett just about 4 laps away from his first career victory, but I'm sure he'll be proud of his second place run tonight. His best career finish in a Sportsman Modified, and best career finish as well for Chris Frenier, who brings the 93 home in the third spot. So best career finishes for both Speedy Brissett in second and Chris Frenier in third in the Sportsman Modified division, with the
All right, here he is hopping out of the number 78 car. Give him a nice round of applause. It is Vince Quinville. Real excited about this victory. Vince, come on over. We'll get you on camera right up here. And, well, I hear you were the champion in this series race last year, and certainly winning this race tonight helps out your chances this season. But, boy, was this car strong. You were able to run down Jamie Brissett in the 03 car, and your car was hooked up on the top of the racetrack. It seemed as though that 03 was fast, but, boy, you punched it, and you closed quickly.
Yeah, the car was getting tight, every lap getting tighter and tighter. I knew I had to make a move, so I started dirt tracking it, and I had to just, whatever I had to do to get it in there. And that's why I'm really excited for this series, to get to the dirt track at the end of the year.
Well, you're absolutely, that's the key thing. You were dirt tracking it because you were running the extreme outside, working this right rear tire. Did you know you had enough to catch him in the end?
Not for a while. We were pretty much staying pace for, I don't know, probably 10, 12 laps or whatever. And then when I got by the 93, then I could see I was reeling him in. He was suffering a little bit in the corner too. So came down to a good race. I'm glad caution didn't break it up at the end.
And the key for you were able to drive it so much deeper into turn number 3. Brissett was running down on the bottom, and you were able to drive it deep in 3 and 4, and I think that's what won the race for you.
Following Jesse Mueller and Leon Gagne and those guys after the last race, I mean, their cars get in the corner so good. So we went in, we made a few adjustments. We made it a lot better. I want to thank everybody here, all the sponsors of this series and stuff, and the people at Airborne for keeping this place going.
Vince, nice job. Congratulations.
Thank you, guys.
That's Vince.
Let's go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We're underway.
Oh, problems already here out of the chicane.
Watch out for the trap.
Has it claimed anybody?
Not yet.
Oh, look out.
777 in trouble.
Yeah. Some of these drivers a little fast through the chicane. Richie Turner quickly moving his way to the front in a 17X car. See, some of these drivers are cheating going across the grass. Like, look at the 86 of Tyler Rhodes. You can't do that.
Notice how the path is changing through the infield.
Yes.
Instead of staying on the asphalt, the drivers are now coming right through the grass area.
Before you know it,
they'll cut it off.
They'll be coming right through Sherm Chute.
Oh, red flag.
Oh, Richie Turner a little bit sideways.
The red flag is out.
And some drivers. The green flag is back out, and these drivers will have to execute their way. Oh, look at that, one cheater already. He goes in reverse. He was almost in Sherm chute. So it is still Eric Messier showing the way in the 88 car. He works his way right now in turn number 2. He's going to take the highway around the trap on the backstretch. One guy's around in turn number 4. Can't quite see the number. Oh, look at that. Mike Hance punches the white tire down on the inside. Mike Hance trying to take his advantage down on the inside of the track. That car was the 90 of Dylan Botala. He was around in turn 4. It is the 666. The Rebel is running in second position. The leader right now is trapped behind the 44 car. That is John Torville. As it's a traffic jam. Oh, look at that. Uh-oh. Eric Messier may have found his way around those white tires. The 90 of Dylan Botella also taking the inside groove past those tires. Wild Bill Fountain's running all by himself. He's got plenty of room. He hasn't had any issue yet running in the traffic. Well, it is still a traffic jam. The 666 of Andy Botella is trying to find his way by. It looks like Mike Hance is working the e-brake through the chicane. Richie Turner in the number 17 is trying to work his mini number 17 car through the obstacles. He finds himself right now in position number 2. So Richie Turner in the second spot is trying to run down Eric Messier in the 88. Oh boy, Mike Hance, what are you doing? Hance still trying to pull the e-brake, and he ends up punching that white tire. Well, there you go, you did it a little bit better that time on the exit. So it's Eric Messier way out in front. He's got plenty of track ahead of him, but so does Richie Turner. There's not a car between Richie Turner and the leader. Turner running in second. And it's Andy Botella, the Rebel, in the 666, running in position number 3. Mike Hance kind of working as a blocker, slowing traffic up through the chicane. Finally, the 44 of John Torville able to get his way around. Now the 88 of Eric Messier working behind Dylan Botella's number 90 car, and Richie Turner has definitely closed. Messier tries to work around the outside. Oh, Dylan Botella tries to play blocker. I know Andy Botella is not quite so friendly with that 88 car. Uh-oh, problems on the 25. Problems on Mike Hance once again. There's a surprise. But here's the battle for the lead in turn number 4. It's Eric Messier in the 88, Richie Turner in the 17. Oh, Eric Messier did not have a good turn right there through the chicane. And Richie Turner running right behind off the back bumper. I think it's only a matter of time before Richie Turner is able to work his way around that 88 car, as the 88 of Messier has not been good entering the chicane. Oh boy, look out, Mike Hance is around. It's about time that somebody finally dumps him in the chicane. And Wild Bill has finally found the traffic. Oh boy, look out, there we go. There's a little bit of action. As here come the leaders right into it. Look out, Eric Messier. Well, Wild Bill Fountain takes the 77 after punting the number 25 car in the rear end, and it looks like Wild Bill is out of it. Meanwhile, the battle for the lead still ongoing, and it's Richie Turner hanging around off the back bumper. Richie Turner in the 17. Oh boy, sideways is the 8 car in front of us. But Messier is still holding off Richie Turner. Richie Turner going to follow right along the back bumper.
That 25 car is
Oh, the 25 car has a right rear flat. That is Kyle Botala, part of the Botala family reunion we're having out here this evening. Eric Messier with a little bit of traffic up ahead. Perhaps Richie Turner could set a pick. That's Richie Turner right there on the back bumper. Messier needs to work his way around car number 8. That's Curtis Denton. And he works around the top of Curtis Denton, and Richie Turner sees a hole down on the inside, but don't forget about the trap on the backstretch. Mike Hand's doing a little bit better in the 269 car. He's working his way through the middle. Oh, Richie Turner that time used the chrome horn, giving a bump to Eric Messier. Richie Turner still a couple of car lengths off. Oh, here he goes. Richie Turner's going to look low. Messier to the top. This could be a pass for the lead. They race side by side into turn 3, and Richie Turner takes over the top spot. Messier runs right now in position number 2. Mike Hans was taking out another tire. He's causing a little bit of havoc as the leaders run right behind him. This should be interesting. Anybody that's stuck behind Mike Hans in the 269 is in trouble. Although Mike Hans is going so slow right now that it won't be any problem for Richie Turner to work his way by. It is, however, slowing up the 88X of Eric Messier. Problems for the 069 car, Jason Vesna. The lights were working on top of that car when he started, but they no longer work. It is now Sean Fountain scored in position number 3 in the 7 car. Andy Botala, the Rebel, has dropped back into position number 4, and he may be 1 lap down as here comes the leader, Richie Turner. Richie Turner going to follow the Rebel around on the backstretch, and he works by down underneath without any problem. But don't forget the 666. Oh, he's sideways. And the 88 of Eric Messier, they don't get along all that well. And here they are next to one another. It is Eric Messier and the 88 running behind. Sounded like pretty good contact between the 8 car of Curtis Denton and the 777 of Mike Ero. Oh boy, look out. The 666 of Andy Botala just punted the 88 of Eric Messier. He absolutely dumped him in turn 3. Well, we've seen that before. The 666 works as a crasher around the racetrack, and he got the 88 again.
He's the jammer. It's like roller derby. He's the jammer that gets out in front. And the 88X of Messier tries to get around. And there's another one from another driver from Team Botala in the number 90 who tried to get the nose to the left rear of that 88. That's Dylan Botala. How comes everybody after Mongo? Because he punched a horse? It's got to be the name. They don't like his nickname. Now, Richie Turner likes this. They ought to rename the Enduro Series the Richie Turner Fundraiser because he just keeps on picking everybody off. He's 2 for 2 in the Enduros, and he's well on his way to going 3 for 3.
I thought Dylan Botala was going to stop at the outhouse and take a quick pit stop, but he continued on his way.
Those guys down in the infield,
They're not safe.
safety truck, they're brave.
I wouldn't stand there.
Brave might be one name. There could be another, but yeah, I'm not so certain that barrier directly in front of them is going to protect them if somebody ends up piling in other words, direction.
That thing may give.
Yeah, I wouldn't be standing there. Now the guys that are up on top of the flatbed, I like they're a little bit better spot.
Yep.
I think that's not bad.
Mike Hans is.
There we go. 90 goes for a ride.
Yep, the Rebel.
Richie Turner making his way through.
One of the Southern cousins.
See, now Turner, the Jammers go out in front. They try to take everybody out, and then this fast guy comes through behind him in roller derby.
Okay.
And that's a little bit of the team attitude, it seems, here.
Right? Oh, wait. Do you think Messier is going to go back after?
Oh, he's closing in. That should be good.
I'd like to see him get some redemption.
We'll have to, revenge. We'll have to keep an eye on that. He's closing in. Or he might just try to tiptoe through and then just blast past him so that the 666 can't react. There goes the 8.
For the chicane.
Oh, yeah. Yep, that boxes things up. The 20's hooked right now, the 44. He goes over the tires.
Yeah, that ruined it. Well, here we go. The right nose to tail here. What's going to happen?
88. Yep.
Sure is. I think he's going to put them.
You know where Gene is. He's right on it.
Excellent.
Right on it. 666 hit the brakes. Oh, look at, there's a cat and mouse game going on. Cat and mouse right off of turn number 2. It's Tom and Jerry. The 666 and the, there was no cat and mouse game there.
All right.
That was the 88 turning right.
What's going to happen now?
He punched a 666.
Yeah, that 666 has some issues now.
I forget the course. Look out. Look out. Oh, I like this. Oh, I'm not sure we do. The red flag is out. The red flag is out. And the 666 may be done for the night. They may be parking the 666. He drove right through the course and took a beeline for the 88X. Fountain was there, wasn't it?
Oh, he slammed into the back end of the 25 car.
Right here in the exiting the chicane?
Yes, yeah, things boxed up. And he didn't quite get on the binders quick enough.
All right.
Now these guys are a little bit safer now. Now they can hang out.
Rolling green flag. Green.
How many drivers do you think might still try to go down to the infield? Like the guys that were in turn number 3 that might not have seen what happened.
I want to see how much longer 88X lasts.
Oh, he's going now.
So it's 17 though, right behind him. That's the problem. Richie Turner. Look at the 20 go.
Oh, there's a big problem on the 666 car, and that would be the left rear. That 666 could be disqualified for a camper violation in the tech garage.
Yeah, anything goes. All right.
What's going to happen here?
My eyes just can't go away. Now, Gene on the cameras, he's doing a nice job following the leader right now, but you know he's going to have to go to it. Oh, look at this. Richie Turner. Richie Turner's in trouble. Look out, Jersey barrier. No. Well,
he gets the lap back.
Yep, he's back on the lead lap.
That was a scary moment for Richie Turner.
Is the 7 of Sean Fountain down a lap?
Must be.
Because right now he's in front of the 88X.
Right, he must be.
Now the 88X is kind of tiptoeing behind the 666.
Will you blame him?
No. I'd be doing the old...
Look at, it's a double trap. It's the double rebel.
Oh, look at this. It's double rebel time. They're the jammers. Double trouble. They're the jammers. And here comes Speedy 17. They're going to let him go.
And 88's going to cling onto the back bumper.
Oh, wait a minute. It's like the president's coming and they got a roadblock.
That's right.
Richie Turner. Hail to the chief.
Jefferson Davis is coming through.
88X rather moves underneath. He got by one of the Botella team, one of the jammers. Oh, now he's in a kind of Botella bind right now. He's in a bit of a jam because he's got the 666 in front and he's got the 90 from behind. If the 666 were to slow down, and he could get accordion real quick. Oh, 76 has had better days.
Yes. Windshield broke. Glass windshield. Not a wise decision. Insist on Karuba collision.
He's pulling away from the 90.
Problem is the 666 is pulling away from him.
Yeah. I don't think he wants to test the 666 again.
That would be a wise decision.
So Richie Turner in the 17 is over in turn number 2.
Yeah, right.
And they have
behind Mike
moved. Sean Fountain in the 7 is on the lead lap. And he's over at turn number 4. They have moved him to second.
Right, let's see.
And the 88X is running in third. Those cars are the top 3. And that's enough for us to try to handle.
Yeah, well, Richie Turner's got a bullet in that 17 car. I don't think he's even whipped the horse yet.
But you know who's going pretty good? That 802 car is fast.
Yeah. Problem is, the chicane really, that was bad luck for him. He didn't have a good time through the chicane. He might have had a chance around the track.
He didn't like the Grand Prix portion of the event?
No, I don't think so. Ask Wild Bill Fountain, I think he'd say the same.
Yeah, he didn't like that Grand Prix stop. He said, leave that up in Montreal.
You know,
Look out, 7, going up towards turn number 1.
Well, good save.
The 90 with a good
Did he
save.
get him? Did 90 try to get him? Or?
No.
Wait, what were you calling it? The hammer?
No, the Jammer. There's the 17.
Right.
That's the speedy one.
I know him.
The Jammers are the people that, they were always the big ladies in the roller derby.
I thought they were all big ladies.
Well, no, because the quick ones, there was a name for them too. They let them go out. They were the speedy ones.
Gotcha.
And
so wait, this 17 right here on the front
big and
stretch.
speedy don't always go together.
The 17 on the front stretch is the fast one? The white 17?
Yeah. No, right here.
Oh.
Turner. He's a speedy one. Oh, that's Joe Dresser, the other 17.
Yeah, Mike Hance just got a piece of him.
Yep.
Mike Hance is the one driver that liked the chicane in the middle because he just kept pulling his e-brake. Uh-oh. Is that a black flag in the hands of the chief starter?
Might be about to cancel the subscription of maybe that number 90.
Oh, there he goes. Look at that.
17.
He just dumped him.
269. They got together over in turns 1 and 2.
Mike Hance is too nice to go back after him, though. See? Mike Hance is just going to come down to the inside. He's probably got a big smile on his face.
17 goes back to the pits. Do you know that for a fact? Is he a real nice guy?
Yeah, he is. He's just a real happy guy. In fact,
Like Pharrell?
I don't know about that. But I think I've told you this. His claim to fame is winning a heat at the Demolition Derby. Got up on top of his car, and his pants were halfway down his... Well, the back half was showing. It was
That car's about, oh, look out. 17's coming right back out of the track right up to, yeah, look, he was going to brake for him to let him go first.
Yeah.
He is a nice guy.
Yep.
He was going to do a real gentlemanly thing and say, okay, you can go first. 17 has come back out. The 269 just about had it, I believe.
Well, I think the 17 thinks the 269's waiting for him, but that's not the case. The 269 is just that slow.
Yeah. I think the rear end of the 269 is toast.
Whoa! You can't be serious.
The black flag for him?
Yeah,
That's
terrible.
He was too busy trying to watch it. Maybe it could be for the 90.
I don't think
Because
it is.
the 90's got that bumper wagging all over. It
Well,
looks
that's
like
all right.
a
It's an
dog's tongue
Enduro.
hanging out. 88X, I think, is done.
You think so?
Yeah, I think the right front's broken.
Did he get slammed by somebody?
He might have punched the wall himself. Yep, he's done. 88X is going back to the pits. The car's going in one direction, the tire's going in the other. Richie Turner, 17, is about to put a lap on the second place customer.
Can they seriously black flag Mike Hance?
Sean Fountain. I mean, they don't know him the way you do.
No.
I didn't know you knew him that well. A guy who loses his pants in the middle of a demolition derby. I'm not asking any more questions. But he's trying to put a lap on the 7 car.
I don't think he cares.
Well, I think he thinks they're giving it to the 90.
Could be.
And the 90 thinks they're giving it to number 269. And together, they're as confused as we often are on Saturdays. You know, that contact earlier might have made the 666 even faster. That car could be better now.
Well, I'm telling you, he's not making it through tech.
If I'm Richie Turner, I don't know if I'd really go after the number 7. I'd just kind of run around here. You got a full lap lead. There's the guy you're chasing. There's the guy you're in front of. Except he's in front of you.
Right.
Which
Well,
is
5 to go.
Which in some way makes sense. Just stay right there. That could happen. 802 is trying to hang on to his area code. That was a good save. You don't want to lose your area code, not right now. No, that could get real messy. Do you have to interview somebody after this?
No.
You sure?
Look out!
Was that in front of the leader?
No, it's just Mike. Oh, my God.
Mike's got the brakes on. In the middle of a turn. He's trying to get to the top. Oh, there goes somebody else. Now he can turn right.
That's why you shouldn't have given him the black flag.
Yep.
He doesn't know where to go.
He's found the exit ramp, though. Where's he from?
Like Willsboro?
Willsboro, Westport, somewhere down there.
Yeah, so Westport. That's
Westport. He'll need the exit ramp, number 31.
Yes. And then take a left, correct?
Take a left. If he goes right, he ends up in E-Town.
Right.
2 laps to go in the Richie Turner fundraiser. Because he's going 3 for 3.
Yep. I don't know. Should we interview him? It's his third win. He's going to say the same thing.
I mean, you just say, Richie, these Enduros are becoming fundraisers for you. How do you feel about that? And you know what he's going to say. I think it's great.
Yeah, I think that's fine.
All right, so the 17, the guy in second, I think he's played it really smart, though. You know, the guy who was in second, Sean Fountain's doing a fine job, but here he is at the start-finish line, and he's three quarters of a track behind.
Well,
The only way Richie doesn't win now is if somebody takes him out. Richie just ought to tiptoe around.
right. Well,
Drive like 20 miles an hour and put the flashers on.
Richie probably
Pretend
saw
there's a rainstorm.
what was going on. A little bit of attrition earlier on. And I think we have ourselves a winner.
We have a winner.
That's a triple crown.
3-time Enduro winner, Richie Turner, wins again in the 50-lap Enduro tonight. The only other car, I believe, that stayed on the lead lap. As that wraps up tonight's festivities. We're back at it next Saturday, August the 2nd, 6 o'clock, our normal summer post time. Hope to see you all back then. Looks like the 802 car. I am checking to see if he might have been in the top 3.
All right, Richie's out of the car. Come on over, Richie. I'm slowly making my way down here. Well, we're going to nickname this the Richie Turner fundraiser. You don't mind collecting all this, do you?
No, we had a good run, surprising, because I went off the back stretch and my tires I had no power steering and I didn't handle very good.
Well, talk about that. That was probably the scariest moment, other than the chicane here that you had to work through on the front stretch. Talk about that ride off of the top of turn 2. I didn't see how you got off the top, but I saw you trying to make the save, and I'm sure you didn't have nice thoughts going through your head as you looked at those billboards, and they got larger and larger as you got closer.
Yeah, the 802 got loose and we got into each other, and it was hard to crack because I had no power steering, but we made it back out.
Well, Richie, 3 for 3. I'm sure we'll see you back trying to go 4 for 4.